Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about more people taking a walk, distancing themselves from Trump, not wanting to be the last one standing when the music stops. And today we're going to talk about a pretty big name doing it, Pat Robertson. Pat Robertson made a statement, and it was pretty pointed. He said that Trump lived in his own reality, that he said things that weren't true, but hey, Trump believes they're true, and that he should retire. He should retire and not run again, and that his claims about Biden, well, they really haven't come to fruition. Now, the immediate takeaway from this is that Trump is going to lose support from evangelicals. And yeah, that's true, but that's going to take time. That is going to take time. They're conservative. Conservative people are slow to change. I think there is a much bigger observation that can be made. When you talk about Pat Robertson, you have to talk about him as if he is two different people, because he has two different sides. There is the evangelical leader, the commentary that he is known for. There's that side to him. And then there's the political machine that has been active on the national scene for decades. To date him a little bit, my understanding is that he was somebody who raised funds for our friends in Nicaragua. And by our friends, I mean, think back to like Oliver North's time. He's been around a very long time. He is very well connected. He knows how the game is played. It's also worth noting that the political side of Pat Robertson, well, he's kind of known for supporting policies and candidates that may be a bit more progressive, while still very conservative, than you might imagine. This is a man who supports treatment over locking people up. This is a person who endorsed candidates who, let's just say, had a more progressive view on women's health or people's orientations. He endorsed one of them for president, that person being Rudy Giuliani. I do not think that it is a coincidence that we have reports of a quarrel between Giuliani and Trump, and then shortly thereafter, Robertson pulls his support. Robertson knows how the game is played. It's worth noting that his long career in politics has been pretty successful. And that's because he's always been able to tell which way the winds are blowing. He is somebody who has transitioned from being the party in power to being the party out of power before. And it appears that he's setting himself up to do that again. I think that we are going to see a whole lot of establishment Republicans, people who have been around a while, who know how the game is played, begin to publicly distance themselves from Trump and to call him out in the process. Because while people on this channel, people who watch this channel or channels like this, they're going to remember everybody who enabled Trump. The average voter, they're just going to remember the last few who were there. And if you look, you are seeing a lot of the political mainstays take a walk. Those who are remaining loyal and vocal, well, they're kind of new to the game. They may not really understand what's happening. I think that's more important, because the more of the real power brokers, both politicians and political influencers, who kind of cut Trump loose, the harder it is for him to carry on his offensive against reality. I would expect to see more of this. I personally do not believe that coming clean at this point in the game really means much. However, it should be noted just for the sake of it's going to be easier as his support dwindles. It will also be easier to get the more committed of his loyalists gone, because once all of the real power brokers have left and it's just the new people, they're going to be on their own come election time, and it's going to be easier to get them out. And those are going to be people who do not have another view of the political system. They may only know what government was like under Trump. And those are people who it is going to be important to have leave public office. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.